Welcome to Irish Illustrated at irishillustrated.com. I'm Kevin Sinclair. I'm going to talk about new Notre Dame commit Brenan Vernon, the second 2023 class prospect this week to commit to the Irish. And man, I got to say from the outset, as a recruiting analyst, I have a pretty good feel for what type of profile prospect typically ends up at Notre Dame or could end up at Notre Dame, and which very likely will not end up at Notre Dame. Even though the Irish have signed top prospects out of Ohio and Tommy Kramer and Liam Eichenberg and even last cycle Lorenzo Styles, when Brenan Vernon was offered as a freshman by Notre Dame, I was pretty darn sure he was going to end up at Ohio State or maybe a school like Alabama. And in the end, he camped and visited at Ohio State and Alabama, but it was Notre Dame that he committed to. And we've dug into the details in our content recently on that. But Brenan Vernon, upwards to around the 6'6" range, about 245 pounds. This is a true blue chip edge rusher. And while we look at the film here coming up, keep in mind, all of this film we're looking at is from very early and only his sophomore season. Let's dig in. So starting off with clips from the first full game film I watched of Mentor, Brenan Vernon here coming off the edge. Very good at defending the run. As you can see there, he is so tall and long. As you see, number 47 there, 6'6" but somewhere in the 240, 250 range. Evading him is a very, very difficult task when he's coming off the edge and he gets some space. Here he is attacking the quarterback very violently off of the edge, gets his hand in his face, forces him to throw a little earlier than he wanted, and the result was a pick six. So again, Vernon coming off the edge here, very good at making that read on the read option, getting upfield and minimizing the damage after playing his gap. Now here we're going to see how he deals with a double team block, and there's plenty of that. Keep maintaining his leverage, very, very good balance and body control to sort of stick with it. He's a defensive lineman. He sticks with it and gets after the ball. We're going to see again here another double team block. As you can see, he's using his long arms to keep them out of his kitchen, and he makes the tackle despite them prioritizing him in their blocking scheme. Now Vernon again here coming off the edge. He can read the sort of lateral carry here, manages to break free and trips up the running back with his teammates, cleaning up the tackle. So nice job by Vernon there. Again, very effective against the run, very, very effective in backside pursuit. And he's always keeping an eye on the running back here. You can see the cutback, closes for a nice tackle there. So all those clips are from just one game very early in his sophomore year. We're going to move on to some more of his highlights from his entire season. So here he is again, very good at reading that read option, closing quickly on the quarterback at 6'6". It's a combination of balance and body control and just size and explosiveness. Very difficult to evade off the edge, as you can see there again. And it does a very good job at reading the quarterback, reading those cutbacks as he did there, pouncing on that run from the backside. Fantastic work from Vernon. So there you have it, Brenan Vernon. Looking at his skill set and his probable growth potential, I think that might be a strong side defensive end there. And I also think the same about Tyson Ford. And if you can imagine, a two-man combo there at the strong side position in Tyson Ford and a guy like Brenan Vernon, boy, do the Irish have some nice prospects heading to South Bend to compete on the edge of the defense. But that's it for me. Thanks for tuning in to Irish Illustrated at irishillustrated.com. I'm Kevin Sinclair.